Welcome to Growing with Miss Glenn. Hi friends, Miss Glenn here. Welcome to math lesson number 16. Can you believe it? I can because we're a bunch of mathematicians. But we are going to jump right in today with another little trick that we can put in our mathematician tool belt. So we know how to count on by 1. If we want to know 1 more than 7, we'll go 7, 8. 1 more than 12, 12, 13. We'll count 1 more. If we want to know 2 more, we have our 2 more cheer. We can say 14, 15, 16, 6, 7, 8. We can find 2 more that way. But today we're going to learn a way to find 3 more. So we need our count-on drums for this. So go ahead and get your drums warmed up a little bit. And stop. Okay. We want to know what is 3 more than 9. So put your number in your head, 9. Now I'm going to tap my drums 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 9, 10, 11, 12. What's 3 more than 9? 12. 3 more than 9 is 12. Let's do another one. What is 3 more than 14? What goes in our head? 14. Here we go. 15, 16, 17. What's 3 more than 14? 17. Very good. So that's another little trick to just keep in your mathematician tool belt that's going to help you solve problems more quickly, more efficiently, and make you a mathematician, right? Okay, so before we move forward, we are going to meet someone very special. We have been working with this special so-and-so this year already, but we haven't really introduced him. So we're going to do that now. This is Gus the Plus. Can you say hi, Gus the Plus? Hi, Gus the Plus. Good. And he's really, really excited to meet you today because we've already been working with him a little bit, and I think some of you might have met him in kindergarten. So this is Gus the Plus. This is our plus sign, our addition sign. We use Gus the Plus when we do addition or when we're adding 2 numbers together. If we're solving a word problem and we get some more, if we're getting more, it's addition, okay? So Gus the Plus means we're adding 2 numbers together, or we use Gus the Plus when we're solving a problem and we know that we got more. All right, so let's test one out. If I had 2, Gus the Plus, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3. Here's our Gus the Plus in the middle. 2 and 3. Gus the Plus is in the middle. He wants us to put them together and see how many we have in all. How many do we have in all? Show me on your hand the math way. 5. We have 5 all together. So this is Gus the Plus. Store him in your brain. We're going to come back to him in a little bit. But first, we're going to go on to the number of the day. Here's our number of the day sheet. I'll link it below if you want to print it out or use it on your device. If not, you can just follow along. It's still really good practice and really good for building number sense. So our number today is 16. So I'm going to write it in number form and word form. Here we have it in number form. Here we have it in word form. S-I-X-T-E-E-N. 16. Then I'm going to go ahead and make my tallies, crossing at every 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So then I can easily count 5, 10, 15, 16. Good. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my drawing. And I'm just going to draw dots here. And I'm going to pretend I'm drawing them in 10 frames so it's easier for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's full. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can see I have one full 10 frame. I had to go over and start another. 10, 15, 16. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in my actual 10 frame. Remember, if I'm ever going too fast, you can just click pause on the video and then click play when you're ready. Okay, so I'm filling in my actual 10 frames, and I can easily see that 16 is 6 more than 10. Here's my group of 10, 10, 6 more. So 10 plus 6 equals our number today, 16. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what's 1 more than 16. To find 1 more, do we have to count on or back? To find 1 more, we have to count on. So 16, 17, good. Now we have to find 1 less. To find 1 less, we have to count back. So 16, 15, yeah. So 17 is 1 more than 16, and 15 is 1 less than 16, our number of the day. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to our base 10 square. So I have my 10s and my 1s here. I need everyone to count with me. So here you go. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But don't forget, something happens at 10. At 10, I'm going to change these 1s out for a 10. Swap. So my 1s are gone. I turned them into 1 stick of 10. You can see the little line separating it. This is 1 10. Okay, it's made up of 10 ones. So now I have 10. Let's keep counting. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 1 10 and 6 1s. Okay, 1 10 and 6 1s. How are we going to draw this on our paper? How are we going to represent the 10? 1 line. Very good. 1 line. And then my 6 leftover 1s, I'm just going to draw little squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can see 1 10 and 6 1s, 16 all together. How many is this line worth? How many is that line? Show me on your hands. This line is 10. That line is worth 10. Okay, good job. And we can see that 16 is 1 10. Oh, look at this. 1 10 and 6 1s. 6 1s. Ooh, 1 10, 6 1s. We'll move on to 17 in our next lesson, and we'll see if it's the same way. All right, we're going to go ahead and move to the dice box. We need 3 dice today. So draw your 3 squares. 1, 2, and 3. My 3 empty squares. Now, we have to get all the way up to 16 today, which is a kind of big number, right? So we should start with the biggest number on the dice. What's the biggest number on a dice? Show me on your hands. What's the biggest number on a dice? 6, right? Good. Yeah, 6. So on my first one, I'm going to draw my 6 dots just like they are on the dice to show that's going to be my first number. Okay, 6. If we do the biggest number again, will that work? We just can't go over 16. We have to get to exactly 16. So if we do 6 more, we have 6. We're going to add 6 more. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's not to 16 yet. Okay, so we can do 6 again. So my second dice is going to be 6 too. 6 and 6. We have 12 now. We have to get up to 16. Let's see if we can use a number bond to help us solve this. Okay, what's the part that we have? How many dots do we have so far on our dice? 12. We have 12 so far. And what's our number today? What's the whole number that we're trying to get up to? 16. All right, so we have 12 and 16. Are we missing a part or the whole? We're missing a part. When we're missing a part, we count part up to whole. So put the part in your head, plant the 12 in your brain. 12. We're going to count all the way up to 16 and stop. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Stop. How many did we need to get to 16? 4. Yeah, 4 is our missing part. Do we have a dice side? That's 4. We do indeed. So go ahead and make 4 in your last dice. And now we know that 6 plus 6 more plus 4 equals 16. So 6 plus 6 plus 4 equals 16. That's some wild math right there. Okay, good job. We are done with number of the day. You can go ahead and put that to the side. And I just want you to look at my board right here. Let's see. I'm going to draw some bowling pins from a bird's eye view. That means we're looking at them from above, okay? So here we go. Okay, how many bowling pins do you see? Yeah, I see 10 bowling pins too. All right, so we've talked about decomposing numbers. So our number is 10. We have 10 bowling pins. Let's try to think of the different ways that we can break 10 into 2 groups. So let's see, what if I threw my bowling ball and I just knocked down this first pin? I would have 1 plus, what goes with 1 to make 10? I just knocked down this first pin. How many are left? 9. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Good. How else could I break these up? What if I just knocked down the second row? That would be 2. What goes with 2 to make 10? 2 plus 8 equals 10. Good. What if I just knocked down the third row? That would be 3 plus 7 equals 10. Okay, let's do one more. Let's see if I can trick you. What if I was a really bad bowler and I threw the bowling ball and I didn't knock over any pins? I got 0 pins. Oh my goodness. How many more would I need to get to 10? 0 plus how many equals 10? 10. 0 plus 10 equals 10. Okay, good job. So we've got our minds warmed up, right? We know that we're dealing with 10 bowling pins here, okay? So now we're going to move on to our application problem, and things are going to get a little tricky. So go ahead and get your application journal. If you don't have an application journal, you can just use a piece of paper or a whiteboard. Whatever you have is perfect. Okay, flip to the next blank page. Close your eyes. Get ready to visualize this problem. Here we go. All right, let's think. Picture it in your mind, and I want you to remember our keywords. If we hear some or some more, that usually means we're missing a part. Okay, here we go. There were 10 bowling pins standing. Finn knocked over some bowling pins, and 7 were still standing. How many did he knock over? Use a math drawing, a number bond, and a number sentence to show how you solved the problem. Okay, let's see. Open your eyes. We'll do our second read. There were 10 bowling pins standing up. Finn knocked over some, we don't know how many, and there were 7 left. How many pins did Finn knock over? Okay, well, what's the first thing that we should do? We should draw some dots. How many? How many dots? How many did they start with? How many did the story start with? 10. Yep. So I'm going to draw my 10. Okay. And then he knocked some over, but do we know how many? No, so we know we're missing a part, right? Okay, so do we know how many were left at the end though? 7 were left at the end. So how can we show that only 7 of these ones were left? How can I show 7 in this group of 10? How can I show just 7 of them? Could I circle 7? Would that show 7 within the 10? Could I circle 7? Sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and circle 7. So he started with 10. He knocked some over. We don't know how many, but of these 10, he had 7 left at the end, right? Okay, very good. So that means how many did Finn knock over? How many are outside of the circle that we're not standing anymore? He knocked over 3. Okay, good. Let's see if we can put this in our number bond. Okay, what's our whole number? How many pins do we have in all? 10. And then our 2 parts are what? 7 and 3. Very good. Let's see if we can write an addition sentence to go with this problem. Okay, well, we know one of our parts is 7 plus, we're going to use Gus the Plus here, right? 7 plus, what's our other part? 3 equals our total 10. Very good. Which number would I circle here? 7, 3, or 10? Remember, you have to circle the number that we found, the number that you found. What number did they not give us in the problem? Yeah, they didn't give us the 3. They told us the 7 and the 10. We found the 3. So 3 is our answer. How many pins did Finn knock over? He knocked over 3 pins. Very good. All right, let's see if we can do an extension here, if we can stretch our brains even further. So we know Gus the Plus, right? We know Gus the Plus, okay? Now let's see if we can use Gus the Plus to finish writing our number sentences for this problem. So here we have our first one, 7 plus 3 equals 10, right? Could I use my commutative property to switch my 2 parts? Yes, what would that look like? Instead of the 7 coming first, the 3 would come first. 3 plus 7 equals 10. Good. Okay, still on Gus the Plus. We're still adding, right? 3 plus 7 equals 10. What if I put the whole number first? Could I do that? Yes, absolutely. 10. But if we're adding and we put the whole number first, what has to come next? What has to be by the whole number in an addition sentence? Equals. 10 equals, we could do 7 plus 3. Oh, and here we go. We can use our commutative property again, and we can swap the 7 and the 3. So if I have 7 and 3, 3 and 7, and I swap them around, let's see what's going to come first this time. 10 equals 3 plus 7. Awesome. So we wrote 4 addition number sentences with our problem. Okay, Gus the Plus helped us with those. We know that if we're using Gus the Plus, right, the equal sign is always next to the big number. But, dun, 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 I have another friend for you to meet today. Are you ready? This is Linus the Minus. Can you say hi, Linus the Minus? This is Linus the Minus. So Gus, he is when we add things together, when we get more, right? Linus is when we take some away or when we lose some, right? So let's think about our story here. We started with 10 bowling pins, right? I'm going to do my minus ones over here. We started with 10 bowling pins. And then, did we add some more in or did we knock some over? Then knock some over. So do you think that's plus or minus if we're getting rid of some? That would be minus. So 10 minus, how many did we figure out that he knocked over? We figured out that he knocked over 3 pins. Okay, so look closely. We started with our whole number, 10, minus, we subtracted this part. This is how many he knocked over. 10 minus 3 equals, what's our other part? 10 minus 3 equals 7. Yeah, very good. So when we're doing subtraction, the equal sign does not need to be by the whole number. That's only if we see Gus the Plus, okay? If we're doing subtraction, it comes right after the big number, right after the whole number, because that's the number that we're taking away from. We started with 10 minus, we lost, how many did he knock over? 3 equals 7 left. Very good job, friends. Okay, that was a tricky one today for sure, but you rocked it. So let's see it. Thumbs up, point them at yourself. I am a mathematician. Cool, we have some new things in our tool belt, and we met Gus and Linus. We're rocking it, guys. Seriously. I will see you next time. Bye, friends. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something, and subscribe to be notified when the next video is available.